Marines!
Last time on Mysterious Island.
Wednesday, March 20th, 1865. Somewhere over America.
Land! I saw land!
Now let the baskets go!
It's not enough!
Captain? No!
Hang on, we're gonna hit! Give it up, lad, he's gone.
Well, you're wrong! He's alive!
He was afraid. So was I.
We're safe enough now.
Lad, hurry! There is someone here.
Neb!
Captain Harding!
Neb! Neb. It was you who saved me. I thought I was losing my mind.
That was quite a swim there, Captain.
How did you save me?
We didn't save you, Captain. You saved yourself.
That isn't possible.
Are you hurt, Captain?
No, I'm well, considering.
We better get you back to the others.
They're all alive.
Yes, Captain.
That's good. That's very good. There's a way out of the cave, higher up. I just discovered it and was coming back for another torch when you found me. The fire. You didn't light it. Then who did?
This is better than Scotland. You just throw in your line and pull out a fish. Not a lot of sport in it, of course, but we won't go hungry tonight.
Any more raw seafood and I'm likely to grow gills.
It ought to be very good for you.
I had a nanny who subscribed to that theory once. The worse it tasted, the more good it was doing you.
She must have been trained by my grandmother. Cod liver oil every morning.
Father! Father!
They found fire.
No more healthy raw food, Mr. Pencroft.
There's someone with them.
Father, we found the captain!
It's the captain.
No, it can't be.
The man must be a champion swimmer. He was at least 2 miles out to sea.
Go on, Captain. Tell us.
And the last thing that I recall was sinking down beneath the waves.
Nothing more?
Elizabeth! Tell our dear girls how much I love them. I don't think so. The next thing I remember is waking up in the cave in front of a fire.
Captain Harding, there's some species of large aquatic animal living here. We've all seen signs of it. I suppose it would be ridiculous to suggest that it pulled you out of the ocean and stored you in its pantry.
The way an alligator stores its kill.
Exactly.
But what about the fire?
You must have regained consciousness, lit it, and then fainted again. People often don't remember such episodes. Shock does funny things.
But how could I light a fire? I haven't any matches.
Well, maybe you used them all.
But even if I'd had some, they would have been destroyed while I was in the water.
But what other explanation is there?
Well, I'm sure we'd get to the bottom of it given time. But now we have more pressing concerns. We need to take action.
That's all we needed was for you to come back and tell us how to run things, Captain.
We need to try and find out where we are as soon as we possibly can.
That's what the boys were trying to do when they rescued you.
Yes, and I'm very grateful. But if we have landed on a continent, we need to prepare for a trek out to civilization.
I'm certainly in favor of that idea. I'm beginning to have exotic dreams about a bath.
I suggest we split into two groups. One could stay here and continue building the shelter and trying to find food, while the other climbs that mountain and tries to locate the nearest settlement.
We're not in your army, Captain.
Jack, that's very uncivil.
We don't have to follow your orders. We were doing just fine before you returned from the dead.
Perhaps you're right, Pencroft. I'm an engineer by trade, not a soldier. And I've had quite my fill of command. You, on the other hand, seem to relish the role, so what do you want us to do?
We must have a plan. I suggested we build a boat and try to sail down the coastline till we find a harbor town.
And we'll make her even better than our last one.
Jack, we've no tools.
I'd be happy to lead an expedition to the top of that mountain, if that's what you'd like me to do.
Good idea, Captain. But you shouldn't go alone.
Well, I thought I'd take Neb.
My legs could do with the stretching as well. If you'll allow it, Mrs. Pencroft.
I think you're well enough now, Mr. Spilett. Just don't go overtaxing yourself.
Never fear, dear lady. I've seldom been guilty of that.
Very well. Harding, Neb, and Spilett will climb to the top of the vantage point. Herbert and I will hunt for some food while you're gone.
And what am I supposed to do? I don't have my knitting with me.
Well, you must tend the fire, Joanna.
Well, that'll certainly keep me busy.
The fire could mean the difference between life and death for us. And the smoke will help us find our way back.
Watson, let's go hunt some game.
Jack, you know how Herbert feels about animals.
I assume he also has feelings about staying alive. We can't live on fish forever.
I don't see why not.
Subject modification of human behavior, entry number 93. The observation of subjects in their environment prior to the commencement of experimentation is both necessary and fascinating. The way they go about their business, unaware of being observed, unaware that they are going to be subjected to severe testing, is sometimes a little sad. Even the most objective scientist feels some remorse for his subjects, knowing the horror that they will go through, the torture that they will endure. But such feelings must be cast aside. When science beckons, all other considerations must give way.
Me? Aim just behind the shoulder where the heart is. Give it all you've got. We're only gonna get one chance here. What are you waiting for?
What's the matter with you? You had a clear shot. You want us to starve to death?
Sorry, Father. Father, look at this.
have we here?
It looks like some kind of ruin.
Someone has been here before us.
Not for a long time.
What are all these strange markings?
Maybe they mean something.
Hard to say.
An archway. Now, why would someone carve an archway in the middle of a stone wall? I can't see a thing.
No, neither can I.
Shall we go in?
I think we should go back to the camp and get a torch.
Let's just have one look, please, Father.
That's against my better judgment. All right.
Salt water. This is ridiculous. What is this?
Looks like some kind of altar. Oh, Herbert. I think we're rich. I think we're very rich.
You don't think it's gold, do you?
That's certainly what it looks like.
Father? What kind of bone is this?
I think we should get out of here before we end up with somebody's supper.
Run, Herbert! Run!
I say, chaps, who knows what kind of predators there may be around here?
We better move quietly then, Mr. Spillett, at least until we're above the tree line. I think we've earned a brief rest.
Well, one thing is certain. We shan't be back in camp before dark.
It's always further than it looks, isn't it?
We should reach the summit by nightfall.
If we keep moving, then we can return at first light.
Frankly, Harding, if a civilized town is in sight, I may just volunteer to go for help.
And a bath?
What a pleasant idea. You know, you surprised me today, Harding. I didn't think you'd give in to Pencroff so easily.
I'm not sure I gave in.
He's no leader of men. Not on land at any rate.
Well, hopefully it'll not be for much longer.
Onward and upward.
You feel we're being watched, don't you, Captain? You think someone else is here.
I have no proof.
But that is what you suspect.
Yes. Something keeps coming back to me. An image as I sank beneath the waves. I know that I was drowning. There was a strange gurgling noise and a light. I remember seeing a green light.
And you think this was what?
I know it doesn't make any sense, Neb, but I'm sure that it was a person who saved me and put me in that cave. And I'm certain that hands other than my own lit that fire.
Well, if you say it was a person, Captain, then it is a person. But why won't he show himself?
For the life of me, Neb, I can't think of one good reason.
If you've finished your tete-a-tete, gentlemen, you might care to join me here. Unless I'm very much mistaken, the ground appears to be smoking.
Oh, we opened it once, we can open it again. There must be some kind of trick to it.
There might be some kind of triggering device.
Oh, I don't like closed-in spaces. Give me the open sea any day.
Maybe it's underneath.
Can you see anything?
No, it's too dark.
Be careful.
There's something in here.
Herbert, don't move. Are you all right?
Did you see the size of that?
You are very lucky. My son, one bite from one of those, you'd be done for. Well, if we can't find a way to open the door, we're gonna have to dig our way out.
you silly woman.
It's like a scene out of Dante's Inferno.
I did wonder if I'd died and gone to hell. This would seem to prove the case. But on the other hand...
At least I shall have my warm bath! It's freezing! I've never been so cold in my entire life!
Then get out!
It's clear you never went to an English public school, Harding! I had to do this every morning! It's character building!
What in the name of...
I'm going in to help him.
Nib! Nib! What could you do to help him? Mr. Spinach! This way! Swim, man! Swim for your life! Faster, man! You can make it! Come on! What on earth is happening out there?
Something powerful seized me and dragged me under. I could feel it crushing me. I couldn't breathe. Then I saw a green light. I don't know what happened next. Suddenly I was free. I could barely see, but there was more than one of them, whatever they were.
You saw a green light.
There! Careful, Captain.
This is the creature you've seen before.
Yes. Did you see anything?
Just a vague shape. The bubbles. And a green light. Let's go.
Let's take a bit of a rest. Oh, I don't know why I'm so tired. We'll get you out of here, Herbert. I promise.
I missed that deer on purpose, Father.
I know.
Father, I killed a man. When we were escaping in the balloon, he was gonna shoot you, so I pulled the trigger. I just wanted to stop him, but I killed him. I killed him, Father.
It's all right. You just have to try not to think about it.
I had to do it. I had no choice.
And if you hadn't, I'd probably be dead. I'd like to think I would have done the same thing if I'd been in your shoes. You know, Herbert, you and I are very different. There's nothing wrong with that. You're much more like your mother than me. I'm glad for you that you are. Your mother was a fine woman, and she had an inner strength that I envied. And you have that strength too.
Do I really, Father?
Yes. So you should know that I'm proud to have you as a son.
Are we ever gonna get off this island?
Well, let's get out of this cave first, shall we?
How are you feeling?
Somewhat better, thank you.
Good.
Shall we be on our way?
The beach is this way.
Yes, but the mountain is this way.
You're not seriously thinking of going on.
If you can, I can.
Onward and upward.
Precisely.
All right.
I think I hit something.
What is it?
Too much for you, Mr. Spillett?
Not at all. Just a breather. It really is a spectacular view from here, isn't it? You can practically see the entire island.
It appears so, Mr. Spillett. It's what I was afraid of.
An island.
Yes. I'm sorry, Neb. My only hope is that we're near some other large landmass.
Well, that's right, Harding. When this cloud lifts, we shall probably find we are in sight of civilization.
I hope so. We better keep going to the top. We may be able to see the mainland. Not to mention Mr. Spillett's hotel.
Absolutely.
And I'll treat you two to dinner. We'll eat everything on the menu. Absolutely everything. Except fish.
Nothing but ocean, Captain. I guess this is it.
For now, Neb.
It's all like a dream. An unbelievable dream.
1 minute we're fighting a civil war, the next we're on an island on the other side of the world. It is hard to believe.
What's going to happen to us now, Captain?
We've faced adversity before, Neb. You know that well. We'll survive this too. Well, at least we know what we're up against now. It's a big island. Who knows what we'll discover?
Harding! Harding, you better come and have a look at this!
It can't be possible.
Now, I'm no geologist, so correct me if I'm wrong. But isn't this
a crater? A crater that defies belief. The size of the eruption that created this should have darkened the world.
You mean we're standing on top of a volcano?
Yes. Well, not necessarily a live one. But on the other hand...
What happened?
I'm not sure. An earthquake?
An earthquake? Well, that could bring the whole cave down, couldn't it?
Let's keep digging. What's wrong?
I've got this terrible ache in my head.
I'm not feeling too good either. Is that better?
A little. Oh, this is strange, Father. I've never felt anything like this before.
I think it's the air in here.
We're running out, aren't we?
You just rest a bit.
What's wrong?
I don't think we can go any further, Herbert. It's solid rock. I don't think this is gonna be our way out of here.
So what do we do?
I don't know. We may have to wait until the others can find us.
But they don't know where we are.
It's true.
Herbert! Jack! Jack!
What's that?
It's that stone I found earlier. The one I dropped?
It's beautiful. Looks like jade. Oh, Herbert, I am so sorry.
It's not your fault, Father. I'm the one who dragged us in here.
But I agreed to it. I didn't have to. It's my fault, son.
Well, we're not dead yet.
What on earth is that?
It's that thing again.
It's going away.
How did it get in here?
I swam, I suppose.
This is salt water, isn't it?
Yes.
Then it must come from the sea.
An underwater tunnel.
Yes. And if it can get in, we can get out.
What, you mean just dive into the tunnel and swim out?
Yes. To the sea.
But that thing's in there.
Well, at least we'll have a chance, Father. If we stay here, we'll just suffocate and die.
I don't know, Herbert.
All right. Then we'll stay and die together.
I can see you've been taking lessons from Joanna. I suppose we've little to lose.
What's this?
Unless I'm very much mistaken, that's part of a woman's petticoat.
The fire's out.
Still warm, Captain.
Do your best to revive it, Neb. Mr. Spilett?
A search party?
I think so.
I hate to leave all this treasure behind.
We can always come back.
No. You stay in sight, you promise?
Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Pencroft! Herbert!
Mrs. Pencroft!
Over here.
Mrs. Pencroft, are you all right?
I was looking for Jack and Herbert and I got lost.
They didn't come back.
No, they've been gone all night.
Mr. Spilett, take Joanna back to the hut. I'll see if I can find them.
Mrs. Pencroft, I fear I have need of your medical services once again. A fearsome creature seized me and fairly tore the skin from me. I've a tale that will make your blood run cold to hear.
We have to go back.
No. We've made it this far. And there's probably more air in here than there's back there. Let's keep going.
I don't think I can.
We can make it. Come on. Deep breath.
The captain's back.
No sign of them, I'm afraid. Don't despair. There's no reason to suppose that they won't come back of their own accord. The island is extensive. They could be anywhere.
There's something in the water.
We made it! Did we fall?
That we did, son.
God, are you all right?
Jack!
What happened?
We brought treasure. Father's got gold to buy a new boat, and I found this jade. Would you like it?
Thank you, Herbert. It's quite the loveliest thing I've ever been given.
Whoever made this was skilled. It's finely crafted.
You think they might still be on the island?
Island? I'm afraid so, Pencroft. Large, but definitely an island.
Perhaps we're off a mainland. We could build a raft. We don't need tools for that.
We saw no mainland. I fear we could be somewhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
On an uninhabited island?
Not necessarily uninhabited from what you found, Pencroft.
Well, the temple, or whatever it was, looked like it had been abandoned for decades. I think we may be the only people on the island.
Us and that thing.
You saw it again.
It led us out of the temple.
Of course, that may have been a coincidence. It could have just been investigating us.
There have been a number of coincidences, and their common theme has been this sea monster, which seems to have the uncanny knack of turning up at just the right time.
There's a right time for seeing a monster?
Well, think about it. We've been on this island for less than 3 days now, and already this creature has saved the lives of myself and Captain Harding, and now possibly the lives of your husband and stepson. Well, am I the only person who finds that the least bit curious? Are we sure we're dealing with a sea creature here?
What else could it be?